Andrew "Andy" Carthy, better known by his stage name Mr. Scruff, is a British electronic music producer and DJ. He lives in Stretford, Greater Manchester and studied fine art at the Psalter Lane campus of Sheffield Hallam University. Before he could make a living from his music alone, he worked as a shelf stocker in the Hazel Grove branch of Kwik Save. His stage name was inspired by his scruffy facial hair as well as his trademark loose line drawing style. He has been DJing since 1994, at first in and around Manchester then nationwide. He is known for DJing in marathon sets, his eclectic musical taste, his love of a nice cup of tea, and the quirky home-produced visuals and animations associated with his music. In an interview he said, "Eat a Euro unregistered trademark S about putting a lot of effort in and paying attention to detail. I get annoyed if I don't a Euro unregistered trademark T take risks. A Euro unregistered trademark M very hard on myself." Career. In his 20s Mr. Scruff's first 12 inches vinyl, Hocus Pocus, was released on the small Manchester-based label Rob's Records. Subsequent singles and his first album followed, released on Rob's Records subsidiary Pleasure Music. After a brief spell working with Mark Ray, he moved to the larger Ninja Tune label and subsequently released the albums Keep It Unreal and Trousered Jazz. His most notable hit, Get a Move On, is built around Bird's Lament by Moondog and has been used in several commercials ranging from Lincoln and Volvo automobiles to France Tar Copyright La Copyright.com and GEICO Insurance. The song also samples Shifty Henry's Hyping Woman Blues, and led to a renewal of interest in Henry's compositions. In 2004, Mr. Scruff released Keep It Solid Steel Volume 1, the first of what is intended to be a series of several DJ mixed compilation CDs for Ninja Tune's Solid Steel series of artist mixes. These mixes are designed to recreate the eclectic genres one would expect to hear at a Mr. Scruff club night. In November 2006, Ninja Tune confirmed that the 8th Solid Steel record would be mixed by J-Rock and the 9th would be Volume 2 from Mr. Scruff. Other Solid Steel mixes have been released by fellow Ninja Tune artists including The Herbalizer, Hexstatic, DJ Food and Damone Tobin. He has a wide array of remixes to his name, and has also produced tracks for others notably Echo of Quiet and Green for sometime collaborator Nico for her 2004 album Life on Earth. Nico returned the favor, appearing on the track Come Alive from the Trousered Jazz album. Having performed regularly at the Big Chill Festival in East Newcastle Deer Park, Ledbury, Herefordshire, he was asked in 2006 to select the tracks for the compilation album, Big Chill Classics. July 2008 saw the release of Southport Weekender Volume 7, a double album released in the Southport Weekender series, recorded in a purpose-built holiday village in Southport, Merseyside. The first disc was mixed by German new jazz DJs Jazz Another, and the second was mixed by Mr. Scruff. Scruff's contribution is a mix of soul music. In 2008, a new independent record label, Ninja Tuner, was founded, a collaboration between Scruff and the Ninja Tune label. Mr. Scruff's most recent singles and the album Ninja Tuner were all released on the new label. A US-only release of the album on MP3 came with 10 additional tracks from the Ninja Tuner recording sessions, under the title Bonus Bait. A CD version of this supplementary album was released in the UK in February 2009. On May 19, 2014 Ninja Tuner released Mr. Scruff's 5th studio album, Friendly Bacteria. Style =artwork Mr. Scruff's album and single cover art, music videos, merchandise and his official website are noted for their whimsical cartoonish look. The cartoons are drawn by Scruff himself, in what he calls potato style. The images and animations are also projected onto large screens during his gigs. Scruff also drew cartoons for music magazines such as Jockey Slut in the 1990s. Mr. Scruff began selling tea from a small room at the Manchester club, the Music Box, where he was resident DJ in around 2000, with the proceeds going to charity. When he started touring, Scruff took the enterprise with him and gained a reputation for being the DJ with the tea shop. When appearing at festivals, such as Big Chill and WOMAD, Tea stalls or tents were erected, and were open for the duration of the festivals. Scruff subsequently started an online tea company, Make Us a Brew, and produces his own range of fair trade tea bags. Both his official website, and the Make Us a Brew site also sell branded tea-related paraphernalia including teapots, mugs and tea towels. The tea bags are sold in department store chains Selfridges, Waitrose and Booths. He is the joint owner, with his manager Gary McAleenan, of Teacup Kitchen, located in Thomas Street, near Manchester Cathedral. Fish Most of Mr. Scruff's studio albums contain tracks about fish, whales and other sea life, which cut up recordings of voiceovers from children's stories and nature documentaries to create surreal and silly stories. They began with the track Sea Mummel, released on the Hocus Pocus single. It is also the opening track on Scruff's first album. This was followed by Whale, also on his first album. Keep It Unreal featured the tracks Shanty Town, and Fish, the latter of which features samples from the likes of David Attenborough and David Bellamy. The album Trousered Jazz closes with another cut-up track, Ahoy There. Noted as featuring an appearance from Albert Ross. Scruff has stated that he is unlikely to record any further fish-based cut-up tracks. However, marine references continue in Scruff's work, including the track Shrimp from Trousered Jazz, and the title and cover art of his most recent albums, Ninja Tuna and its companion release, Bonus Bait. Hot Pot Mr. Scruff and Chva Hortiva recorded a weekly hour-long radio show, some episodes of which can still be found on Samurai FM. Discography Albums Studio albums, Mr. Scruff Keep It Unreal UK No. 175 Trousered Jazz UK No. 29, Mrs. Scruff UK No. 195 Ninja Tuna UK No. 60, Bonus Bait, Friendly Bacteria. Mix and compilation albums, Heavyweight Ripticulars, Keep It Solid Steel Volume 1, Big Chill Classics, Southport Weekender Volume 7, Mr. Scruff Feat. Alice Russell. Singles Hocus Pocus, The Frolic EP Part 1, The Frolic EP Part 2, Limbic Funk, Large Pies EP, How Sweet It Is / Is It Worth It? Pigeon, Chipmunk / Fish / Happy Band, Get a Move On UK No. 139, Honeydew UK No. 129, Hocus Pocus, Get a Move On / Ugg UK No. 83, Shrimp. UK No. 78, Beyond / Champion Nibble UK No. 125, Sweet Smoke UK No. 75, Sweet Smoke Remixes UK No. 91, Giffin, Chicken in a Box / Spandex Man, Donkey Ride / Giant Pickle, Kalimba / Give Up to Get, Music Takes Me Up, Get On Down / Hold On, Whiplash / Bang the Floor / Cat and Mouse, This Way / Hairy Bumpercress, Nice Up the Function / Listen Up, Bunch of Keys / Cat and Mouse version 2, Mr. Scruff vs Kirsty Almeida Euro Pickled Spider, Wobble Control Ninja Tuna. May 9, 2011, Feel It / Bounce, Be the Music, Render Me. Collaborations Mr. Scruff with DJ Spooky a Euro Murderer Style appeared on the compilation album Tribal Gathering 96, Mark Ray a Euro, How Sweet It Is, and Gotta Have Her, both appeared on the compilation albums Central Heating, Tony D a Euro Flavor featuring Mark Ray, Mark 1 and Mr. Scruff. From the album Pound for Pound, Mark Ray a Euro The Squirrel appeared on the compilation album Central Heating 2, Peter Neese Trio vs. Mr. Scruff a Euro Harp of Gold from the compilation album Outpatients, Thingaving a Euro Just Practice featuring Mr. Scruff. From the album The Main Event, Quantic a Euro It's Dancing Time from the compilation album Shapes 1, Quantic a Euro Giraffe Walk from Quantic's album, One-Offs Remixes and B-Sides, Swell Sessions a Euro No No from the album Swell Communications, Quantic a Euro Donkey Ride, Katie Tatham a Euro Fresh Noodles, Kirsty Almeida a Euro Pickled Spider. Several of Mr. Scruff's records also feature guest vocalists and musicians. These include Sneaky, Roots Maneuver, Nico, Braintax, Alice Russell and Danny Breaks. Both Scruff and Roots Maneuver have expressed an interest in recording a full album together, though the artists' schedules have prevented it to date. Cover version Get a Move On was covered by Will Holland's side project, the Quantic Soul Orchestra on the album Pushin' On. Song appearances: the last segment from the documentary movie Scratch, entitled Full Circle, features a different mix of Spandex Man with additional samples. The opening scene of the Malcolm in the Middle episode entitled Evacuation features Blackpool Roll. Episodes of the Channel 4 TV comedy show Spaced featured the tracks Spandex Man, Chipmunk, and Blackpool Roll from the Keep It Unreal album. Spandex Man was also used on the BBC series Top Gear, is often used on the BBC Three show The Real Hustle and features in the films SW9 and Gumball Rally 3000. The song Ugh from the album Trousered Jazz is used in numerous Weeble and Bob cartoons, including the very first one entitled Pie. The pie as a motif later recurred in one of Scruff's videos. Get a Move On has been used in advertisements including Volvo and Lincoln automobiles, in television shows including the BBC Snooker Highlights, Bargain Hunt and The Apprentice, and in Kenny Anderson's section of the skateboarding video One Step Beyond. The song was chosen by Victoria Wood as one of her 8 favourite records on Desert Island Discs. Blackpool Roll was used in New Zealand by television network TV1 as background music as part of their branded channel advertising and show listings. It also appears in the game Rolando 2. Fish was used by Nexus Productions for the Virgin Atlantic safety video, which features the voices of Vic Reeves and Danny Beer. It was also used by Thomson Reuters for their UK customer service Hold Music. Several Mr. Scruff tracks appeared on Rolando, a game for Apple's iPhone and iPod Touch devices in 2008. The game, developed by Hand Circus and published by NGMOCO, features the tracks Ugh, Stockport Carnival, Spandex Man, Donkey Ride, Kalimba, Shrimp, and Mice at the Organ. The track Kalimba from the album Ninja Tuna is included in the sample music folder on computers running Windows 7. So Long, and Get a Move On from the album Keep It Unreal, have been featured on Cartoon Network's Adult Swim during commercial breaks. Pickled Spider was featured in Solid Steel's podcast episode, Revenge of the Nerd, created by DJ Chiba. Champion Nibble from Trousered Jazz was used in the video game Forza Horizon 2. References. External links. Official artist website, artist page on Mr. Scruff's label, Ninja Tune, Facebook artist page, Google Plus profile page, PySpace artist page on MySpace, artist page on SoundCloud, Make Us a Brew website, Teacup Kitchen website. Interviews Bergen, Andres. A Quickie with Mr. Scruff Device III. Glusman, David. Interview with Mr. Scruff. R4NT Magazine. Mr. Scruff Interview. BBC Norfolk May 18, 2005. Kid Day, Guy. Guy Kid Day talks to Mr. Scruff, international DJ and good time man. The Globalist, 48. Naylor, Ben. The 5-minute interview, Mr. Scruff, DJ and producer. The Independent. Slay, Rob. Interview with Mr. Scruff. Room 13. Other Trainwreck mix by Mr. Scruff on the Red Bull Music Academy radio website, Essential mix by Mr. Scruff.